Hi guys, welcome to my video. Today we are going to be talking all about globalization. So let's start. So what is globalization? Globalization is a process of interaction and integration among the people, companies, and governments of different nations. A process driven by international trade and investment and aided by information technology. This process has effect on the environment, on culture, on political systems, on economic developments and prosperity, and on human physical well-being in societies around the world. However, globalization is not new. Though, for thousands of years, people and later corporations have been buying from and selling to each other in lands at great distances, such as through the famous Silk Road across Central Asia that connected to China and Europe during the Middle Ages. Likewise, for centuries, people and corporations invested in enterprises in other countries. The current wave of globalizations are similar to those prevailing before the outbreak in the First World War in 1914. Map of the Silk Road. So this is the example of the map of the Silk Road. But policy and technological development of the past few decades have spurred increases in cross-border trade, investments in migration, so large that many observers believe that the world has entered a qualitatively new phase in its economic development. Since 1950, for example, the volume of the world trade has increased by 20 times, and from just 1997 to 1999, flows of foreign investments nearly doubled from $468 billion to $827 billion. Distinguishing this current wave of globalization form, earlier one's author Thomas Friedman has said that today globalization is farther, faster, cheaper, and deeper. This current wave of globalization has driven by policies that have opened economies domestically, internationally. In the years since the Second World War, and especially during the past 2 decades, many governments have adopted free market economic systems, vastly increasing their own productive and potential and creating myriad new opportunities for international trade and investments. The government also have negotiated dramatic reductions in barrier to commerce and have established international agreements to promote trade in goods, services, and investment. Taking advantage of new opportunities in foreign markets, corporations have built foreign factories and established production and marketing arrangements with foreign partners. A defining feature of globalization, therefore, is an international industrial and financial business structure. Technology has been the other principal driver of globalization. Advances in information technology in particular have dramatically transformed economic life. Information technologies have given all sorts of individual economic actors, consumers, investors, businesses, valuable new tools for identifying and pursuing economic opportunities, including faster and more informed analysis of economic trends around the world, easy transfers of assets, collaboration with far-flung partners. Globalization is deeply controversial. However, proponents of globalization argue that it allows poor countries and their citizens to develop economically and raise their standards of living, while opponents of globalization claim that the creation of unfettered international free markets has benefited multinational corporations in the Western world at the expenses of local enterprises, local cultures, and common people. Resistance to globalization has therefore taken shape both at a popular and a governmental level, as people and governments try to manage the flow, labor, the flow of capital, labor, goods, and ideas that constitute the current wave of globalization. To find the right balance between benefits and costs associated with globalization, citizens of all nations need to understand how globalization works and policy choices facing them and their societies. So that's for today's video. Hope you understand what globalization means now. Thank you for watching. See you later.